to my channel. So this is a really impromptu video. I did not have a plan for this video. I kind of just thought right now as I was doing it that I could maybe help some people out by showing how I plan. And basically, since I haven't given the name yet, but I'm gonna basically show you how you can create your own school morning routine. So morning routines, or routines in general, change as life goes on and you have to adapt as things happen. So each year or each school year, or whatever the case may be for you individually, you should be revising and editing your routines as you get older, or just as you grow and adapt and move along throughout life. So whether that be on a weekly basis, on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis, on a daily basis, just whatever your routines are, make sure that you're taking the time to refreshen them up a little bit, or just make sure that they're working for you, that they are being what they're supposed to be, efficient routines, and that you're getting the most out of it that you can. Because the point of a routine is to make sure that you're being efficient and getting things done while also expending the least amount of energy, because you already know what you have to do. I have a current morning routine right now, and it's not even really a structured morning routine. It's just basically what I would like to do in the morning or get done in the morning, regardless of whether I have a lazy morning or if I get up at a decent time. This is how I want my mornings to look. They don't always look like this. The whole idea for me writing this down is for it to be an ideal morning routine. Having this set time set aside in the morning to get these things done, or to get things that I like to do done, allows me to just get it out of the way, not only just get out of the way, but to start my days on a fresh note. So I have a time frame from 9 to 11 o'clock. So that's a 2-hour morning routine, a 2-hour gap in my morning where I'm able to do my morning routine. But I'm not gonna have that kind of luxury coming up here in a couple of days. So I thought I would take it in my own hands, take my fate in my own hands, and just create my morning routine from scratch all over again. So now it's time to get into the process. So first of all, before you do anything, I would recommend that you plan and brainstorm. So the reason why I say this is because if you just write the first initial thought that comes in your head in your journal, or if you just write down something that's not supposed to necessarily be solidified yet down, you're gonna kind of confuse yourself. You're not gonna be sure, you're gonna scratch it out. You want the final product to be crisp and clean. Not that it has to be perfect and you have to like make it all pretty and all that kind of stuff, but you want something that you're going to be able to refer back to multiple times and not get distracted by other things. So what I did in my old bullet journal before I started migrating to my new bullet journal, which is this pretty girl right here, I planned out a ton of stuff, like literally so much stuff. For me, it's important to have free time as well as study time. So I wanted to make sure that I incorporated those into my schedule whenever I was making my schedule. So all of this planning right here has to do with this final schedule right here. This is my everyday schedule for class, everything after 8 o'clock. So I've scheduled in here free time as well as a little bit of study time right here. So that way that I know when I need to be taking my breaks. Make sure that you're being mindful of the time that you have. You're gonna be dedicating a lot of your time to school. It's literally a full-time job. So make sure that you're taking time and setting time aside for yourself. It's almost like a reminder that I shouldn't have to be going all the time. So basically, I just got a piece of paper and I started going at it. But I took the time to kind of stop and think, okay, maybe I can help you guys out. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm crafting my morning routine. So I have a little spot right here. It's gonna be right here. Before I just started writing it down in pen, I wanted to write it down on here just so that I know that it is the right morning routine for me, that it's going to work for me. So how I do this, and luckily I already have written down the things that I want to get done in the morning. So those consist of waking up without snoozing, making my bed, drinking water, let Coda out, start hot water, which is for tea, wash face, brush teeth, do hair, walk Coda, make tea, and feed Coda, journal for 10 minutes, read for 20 minutes, prep lunch and snack, get dressed, and eat breakfast. So it sounds like a lot, but a lot of these tasks, I feel that I can kind of compound and do them at one time. Now that I know what I want to do, I have to think about in my head the time frame of how much it's going to take me. So I know myself, and I know that you know yourself, so be realistic whenever you're planning. So you can either do one of two things. The first thing that you could do is you could sit down and you could think about it in your head and really visualize yourself doing these things and think about how much time it takes you on an average basis. The second thing that you could do is you could actually do it in the morning. So get up one morning, do the exact morning routine that you would like, time it. So as soon as you get up, set a timer, and from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you finish your morning routine, time that period. And what you could even do is, I'll show you on my phone, is you could just do the stopwatch option. So you press start. Okay, I'm press start, and then I'll make my bed, and then let's say it says 5 minutes later. So 5 minutes later, after I make my bed, I'll press lap, and then that'll show me how much time it took to do that first task. Let's say, bow, I hit it again. So lap number 1, or the first task, it took 10 seconds. Then the next task took 15 seconds. So you'll be able to see how much time is being occupied by specific tasks. With the first option, I have right now that I want to maybe wake up around 5:30. I got this piece of paper and I started from the bottom up. So what I did is I first wrote that I needed to be at school at 8 a.m. whenever class starts. I need to be in my class before 8 a.m. So I allowed myself 30 minutes to commute to school. So I said leave for school at 7:30. So by 7:30 I need to be out of the house and on my way to school. That gives me enough time to find parking, walk to class, take my time, I don't have to rush. So 30 minutes before school. Then I said, okay, how about 30 minutes before? I need to make sure that my bag is packed, that I'm dressed, that I'm ready to go by way before 7:30. So between 7 and 7:25, I need to make sure that I'm ready to go. So that's whenever I had stopped my planning, and I'm gonna continue to go forward because this is where a lot of the thought process comes in. And I know this is a lot to do, but I think it sounds a lot more intimidating because I'm explaining the process. I do this I don't even think twice about it, and it's really not a hard thing to do. You really just have to sit down and think for a few minutes of the things that you want to do before you go to school, how much time it's going to take you to do those things before you're going to get to school at the right time, not late. It's just about thinking and visualizing and planning early. And I think that doing these steps, and those that do those steps ahead of time, are definitely a lot more successful because they are not worried about stress and because they are prepared. So let's say I wake up at 5:30. I would probably take about 10 minutes to wake up. Maybe I'd go on my phone or just would drink some water, and then I would get up out of bed and make my bed. Right there, that's 15 minutes. So I'm gonna write that down, 5:30. Okay, and then drink water and check phone, 10 minutes. So this is what it's looking like right now. So I wake up at 5:30, check my phone and drink water for 10 minutes. All right, then get out of bed. So by now it's 5:40. Then make my bed, 5 minutes. By then it's 5:45. Then I want to wash my face, brush my teeth, do my hair. I would say 8 minutes, but I just want to round to 5s and 10s. So, and by that time it's 5:55. Then after that, I want to let my puppy out so she could do her lady business. And I want to start the hot water. That'll take me 5 minutes. So by that time it's 6 o'clock. Alright, so this is what it's looking like right now. So I have already broken down the first 30 minutes of my day. I think that it's good to give yourself extra time to do things. It's okay if you get your stuff done early. Give yourself extra time to do these things so that you don't have to be like, okay, I have to make my bed in 5 minutes. Okay, I have to brush my teeth in 2 minutes. Give yourself time so that you can go about it at your own pace. If you want to go faster, go faster. If you want to go slower, give yourself time to go slower. Okay, let's keep going. So then, after I put the hot water on and let my puppy out, I will pick out my clothes, prepare my bag. If I didn't already, I like to prep my bag the night before, but if I didn't already, I will do that now. So that'll take 5 or so minutes. I want to give myself time, but I also want to make sure that I'm not like sitting around like waiting. So it's good that I'm kind of brainstorming it out now. So by then it's 6:10, walk my puppy, and I would say that's gonna take 15 to 20 minutes. and by then it'll be 6:30. So then I have 30 minutes to. So by now, after I've walked my puppy, I want to kind of have my me time. So this is where I'll make my tea, journal and read, and then also eat breakfast. So I'll say me time, tea, read, journal, 10 minutes, feed Dakota, 30 minutes or so. So by then it'll be 7 o'clock. Then I need to prep lunch, snack, which is gonna take 15 minutes. So by then it'll be 7:15. And then get dressed. Oh, I see. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. I know it's a lot to look at one time. Yay, okay, so I'm liking how it's looking out right now. Just wanted to pop in really quick and say, number one, thank you so much for watching this video, and number two, I needed to film an outro because I didn't really film the best outro with this video, but I just wanted to pop in and say that my new uploading schedule is going to be on Mondays and Fridays, so that way that I have enough time just to film and get a good quality video out for you guys. So this video was really impromptu, and I thought that it would be kind of functional and purposeful to help people kind of craft their own morning routine. So hopefully you guys like that. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video, which will be out on Monday. And until then, bye-bye.